Hello YouTube. So I'm making a video response about my story, my story about learning languages. So first of all, yeah, at home we spoke Teochew dialect, Taiwanese, and Mandarin, and then I went to Chinese school here in Belgium for 8 years now. It was kind of difficult at the beginning because you have to get used to the scripts, kanjis, hanzi, and that is very difficult. For I was only 10 and I had to memorize all those Chinese signs, so a little bit difficult. But yeah, I got through it, and now it's getting better. I went twice to Taiwan, and yeah, it was great. So when did it really start, the learning language process? So everything began with one single sentence, a Spanish sentence. It was yo lancé una uva, yo tiré una uva. Eso. This was a sentence that my friend said to me, and yeah, I was there. Wow, that's cool. I want to learn Spanish, and yeah, I began to learn basic sentences with him, basic words, and I went to buy some books in the bookstore. So like herbs, yeah, I just used herbs, and I studied for 2 months. Let's say 2 months, and then afterwards I was talking to the brother of my friend, and we were always talking in Spanish, and that's it. We spoke every day about everything, mangas, I don't know, uh, so many things, so everything in Spanish. And yeah, it was great because he showed me some Dominican culture, things like, I don't know, food, dulce de coco. If you know, dulce de coco is a kind of food typical from there. Okay, this was for Spanish, and yeah, Spanish, it's a great language because you can communicate. Here I bump into everyday people who speak Spanish. Just learn it because you'll need it for speak with people from Colombia, from Argentina, from all over the world, all over South America and Spain. Okay, so it's great. Then we have the second language that I learned. It was German. German, I liked German because my best friends are from Germany. I studied for 1 or 2 months, yeah, something like this. I went to practice once or twice, and it was great. And yeah, I don't have a good level in German now, but I'll get better soon when I finish with the languages that I'm learning right now. And then comes Italian. Italian. Why did I begin? I explained it in my video in Italian, so if you don't understand Italian, I'll just say it right now in English. Italian, because I went to Taipei, Taiwan, and there I met some Italian girls, and I could not express myself. They don't speak English, so I had to speak in Spanish, but they don't understand very good Spanish, so yeah, I wasn't able to communicate, and it was such a pity because we had so many things to share, or culture, and yeah, that was definitely painful for me not be able to communicate. So when I got back to Brussels, I decided to learn this language, and when I heard the tapes, the record, I was like, wow, this a great language, because Italian is beautiful. It's much more beautiful than Spanish. But Italian use it's limited to Europe. But it's very cool language. I met so many people who speak Italian here in Belgium, so you could learn it. Just pay attention to the accent, because it's so difficult to have a good accent in Italian. Okay, then why did I start Japanese? In fact, I started Japanese before Italian. I was also in Taipei and I bumped into some Japanese, and this is kind of hard to express yourself if you don't know Japanese. The Japanese people are not often very good in English, so I was there with my Taiwanese friend, and my Taiwanese friend was, yeah, his English was okay, but not so good, so sometimes I had to translate, and I hate translating from one person to another because it's so annoying. I want just to speak straight into the language. And then yeah, she was typing with her cell phone in Japanese, and I was amazed by hiragana, katakana, and I wanted to know how to read those signs. So I asked her, and she said, "Why don't you learn Japanese?" I was like, "There, oh yeah, I should go to Japanese school in Belgium." But in fact, I don't have to. I can learn by myself. It's a difficult language because the grammar is so different from Chinese. But no matter, I'm enjoying and I'm having a great time with Japanese because this language is awesome. It's so funny and different from Chinese, from all the languages that I know. So, and Arabic, why Arabic? Arabic because I went to Morocco. I don't know if I pronounce it right because I'm not an English native speaker. I just learned English at school. Just North Africa, and then yeah, I was amazed by script. When you see the Arabic script and you don't have any clue of what it was, what the meaning is, then you want to know how to read. So I was there. Oh, I cannot read, and when I got back to Belgium, I said I will learn Arabic, and I found so many friends, Arab friends, who can teach me, and I teach their basic Japanese and change, and we make an intercultural change, also linguistic change. That's awesome. I do this with Russian people also. I teach French, they teach me Russian. That's very good. Russian, I like the sound. You know the no sound. I like this in Russian. And yeah, how do I choose the languages? It depends on the events. If I bump into someone who speaks a language, I want to learn it. If it's beautiful, so if I can find those people, like some languages, like I don't know, Cambodian or Thai, are I can hardly find people here in Belgium to speak with, and yeah, I bump into people. I want to learn their language, and the third point is that sometimes the sound is it's great, like Bahasa Indonesian. I want to learn this because the sound is great. And fourth point is the script. Each time that every time I see a special script, I want to learn the script. So I can't help it. I can't help it. It's just like this. This is my polyglot story, and I know that it's not finished yet, but I don't know. My next language should be Khmer, Cambodian, but I don't have much resources. So if you have some resources for Khmer language, please share with us. Thank you. Goodbye.